Hi folks, welcome to In the Kitchen with Pete. Simple and delicious is always my motto. Today we're going to mess around with some frozen pastry that I get from the grocery store, and then we'll use our own stuffings. One a traditional pizza style, the next one is an old New Orleans favorite, the Muffuletta sandwich. We'll incorporate those flavors into a puff pastry. It's outstanding, you're going to love it. Let's get cooking.
Let's start out with our muffuletta filling. We've got some Italian sliced meat. We're going to start off with our 6 slices of mortadella. It's a nice Italian meat. 6 slices of salami and 6 slices of ham. Now we need to chop this up. So simply roll up each stack of meat, cut it down the center a couple of times, and then chop it up. We'll go through all our meats. Our objective here is to get them roughly about the same size, and then we'll put them into a bowl. Now here's our jar of Muffuletta salad mix. You'll find that in most grocery stores around the pickles. It comes in either hot or mild. The choice is yours. We're going to use 1 cup of our muffuletta mix, and then we're going to add 2 cups of provolone and mozzarella mixture, even amounts of both. Give it a good mix, set it aside, and we'll get to our second filling. We're going to do a pizza filling in one of our pastries. For our pizza filling, you're going to need 30 slices of a good quality pepperoni. We're going to cut those into quarters. And then we've got 4 fresh basil leaves. Roll them up like into a little cigar, and then we'll finely dice those and place this all into a bowl. And to that we'll add 2 cups of Italian mix grated cheese, 1/2 cup of olives, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, 2 tablespoons of red onions finely diced, 1 cup of pizza sauce, and then mix all well. We'll set that aside and let's get to our puff pastry. So I'm using a store-bought puff pastry. Comes 2 in a box. Take one out. Simply unwrap it and lay it out flat. Now the key to any puff pastry is using lots of flour. Otherwise, things get to be a sticky mess. Some on your hands as well, and a little bit on your roller. Now these pastries come out to about 10 inch by 10 inch. All we need is about an extra 2 inches. That gives us a perfect thickness for our pastry. So with a few gentle rolls, we can gain about 2 inches on each side of our pastry, and we'll end up with about 12 inches by 12 inches. Now we'll need a sharp knife and cut slits about every 1.5 inches on both sides, noticing nothing down the center because that's where our filling is going to go. So these slits will be about 3 inches long. We'll start out with our pizza pastry. Simply lay the filling down the center. Take a little bit of time and spread that filling out evenly. Starting at one end, begin to fold over the pastry. They're going to overlap one another. The 2 ends then go lengthways, and then begin to fold in the sides, crisscrossing each one. That's what gives it that lovely look after it comes out of the oven. Now have a sheet pan ready with some parchment paper on top. I use a big flipper to help transfer it over. And now let's start getting ready our muffuletta puff pastry. Using the same method, Simply lay down the filling down the center, and then we'll do the crisscross all the way down the entire loaf. You can use a knife to trim off any excess pastry. Now with both our loaves on the pan, we're going to brush it with a little bit of egg wash. This will give us that nice golden brown color, and for a little extra flavor, we'll put a little sprinkle of fresh grated parmesan over the top. Now let's get it into the oven, 375 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. And oh my, here it is, fresh out of the oven. Oh, the muffuletta's on the left, the pizza filling on the right. Doesn't that look outstanding? Now here's a great option for your filling. Use egg roll wrappers or wonton wraps. These are made from flour and eggs. You can get them vegan without the eggs. Usually get 25 to 50 in a package, and they're fun to work with. So we'll lay one of our sheets out, and down two sides we'll give it a little brush of egg wash. We're going to add our muffuletta filling to it, and we'll just simply fold it over and rub the edges together. Now also using a fork will help seal this. Once you've pressed it down with your fingers, use a fork, and this will help seal the wonton wrapper. I've had a lot of fun creating different fillings for these, and you can bake them or deep fry them. Today I'm baking them. Simply place it on parchment paper in a cookie sheet, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for 25 to 30 minutes, and oh my, look at this. Don't they look outstanding? Nice and golden brown. You can reheat them the next day. They're delicious cold, and they freeze well.
These are so versatile, whether you're having it for a meal or an appetizer. The wontons, cut them in half so they're finger size. They're great rewarmed in the oven the next day, and they're delicious cold. Same with the puff pastries. Cut them into strips, finger size. Lay them out in a plate. 2 different flavors, muffuletta, pizza, whatever ones you come up with. They're delicious. Well, I hope you and your family get to try them out. And don't forget to subscribe to my videos. I put one out every Monday. Hit the little red subscribe button and you'll be notified. Now I'm going to give them a taste. Oh boy, I got the muffuletta here. Oh, outstanding. I love the olive flavors in there, and the vegetables and olive oil and cheese and meats. You're gonna love it. Well, thanks for coming out and watching In the Kitchen with Pete. Until next time, see ya.
Living life the way I do. Sweet and easy, baby. Living life the way I do. Well, if you don't love me, baby, please don't pretend you do.